We're outside of the Fragrance Garden, and the Fragrance Garden is the first garden ever designed for the sight impaired. You know, it was created in 1955, and what they really do here is they've created a garden where, unlike many of the other gardens, you are encouraged to touch and smell the plants. And the Braille labels are there so people who are sight impaired can read what the plants are. And the garden bed is arranged by themes, and also it's all designed so it's at just the right height so people in wheelchairs can smell those gardens, the flowers and the plants. Right now I only see one or two people there. It's a little bit of a rain, but this garden is a very special place for me, because in 1972, when it was called the Garden for the Blind, I'm almost sure, not the Fragrance Garden, I remember it being called the Garden of the Blind, but I may be wrong. This is where I proposed to the love of my life, with whom I lived for 18 years, and slipped a ring, a wedding band, on his finger, you know, which was there until he died in 1990. Of AIDS. So I've always said that every wedding, every husband-to-be should propose in the garden, you know, the Garden of the Blind, because when you get married, you really don't know what you're getting into all the time. But let's go in and just look at some of the plants and describe some of the fragrances of this very, very special spot. The first garden ever created for people with sight impairment. Well, you know, we're right here, and many of the scents that you have in a fragrance garden are scents that we really know. Right here, it is rosemary, you know, and with the braille sign so people can read rosemary. Yet right over here is another something, sweet basil, which I also think is used in cooking, unless I'm mistaken. And you can really smell the odor. As a matter of fact, walking into this place, you smell the odor. Let's go and check out a few of the other special little smells here in the Fragrance Garden. And how the various senses are connected. Because we all know the taste of food, which is one sense, and we also all know the sense of smell. And once again, here we have chives that are used in cooking. And here we have parsley. Who hasn't eaten parsley? Here we have spearmint. I guess maybe spearmint gum might have been created by being inspired of smelling the spearmint leaves. And here we have garden sage. And here we have winter savory. I'm not sure about winter savory, but it's charming to discover these connections in life between our senses, of both sense, the both side of sense and the side of smell and of taste, and also, of course, there's beauty too in the flowers. Here we have the reblooming iris. I love irises because my mother was named Iris. So some of our connections with plants go beyond the senses, go right to our family. Everywhere around these grounds, you find things that have been bequeathed. Here is a gift from somebody. They created this bench and help contribute to the Fragrance Garden. And in this particular garden, there's a bench, there's a little fountain, there's a bench. As a matter of fact, there are 3 or 4 other benches. There are more benches in this garden perhaps than any other. Perhaps because many of the people who are handicapped need a place to rest, or well, for whatever reason. This is a beautifully planned small garden of marvelous, marvelous taste and emotional impact. Corner of the Fragrance Garden, my friend calls the gay area. We have the horn violet here, and then over here We have lavender, which is a scent. I think you use lavender in food, I'm not sure. And right next to lavender, of course, you have, actually we thought they were pansies, but I guess they're horned violets. And here we have peppermint geraniums. I've never heard of peppermint geraniums. You know, I didn't know how many different types of peppermint geraniums there could be. And Serbian squill, you know, from Russia. You'll notice that there are people here taking pictures. They encourage visitors to bring cameras and take pictures of the botanical gardens, which really there's so many beautiful things to photograph, and they make wonderful mementos. And here's the one that I thought was very funny, because the name is Narcissus. It's called Sweet Love. I think someone was making a pun when they created that name in that category. There's anise sage. We've all had licorice. I wonder if anise sage, I don't know what it tastes like. You're encoded to touch, so I'll touch to see what it smells like. It smells, I can't tell really whether it smells more like anise or sage, because I'm not a really good cook. So anyway, you've gotten the idea, folks, that the fragrance garden is a really unique and interesting thing. And you know, anyone that sees this video that has a garden in their hometown might consider trying to create a little fragrance garden there for people who are sight impaired. Because, you know, it has a special quality to it that you don't find anywhere else. As far as I know, this may be the only fragrance garden in the United States. I hope not. It was created in 1955. So let's go and see what else is happening here in Brooklyn Botanical Gardens Cherry Blossom Festival.